Master Harken. Please, they're going to kill everybody. Help me.
I didn't think I'd find you all the way up here.
Huh? Well, maybe I didn't want to be found.
Harken, you have to tell me what happened back there on Veldine.
I'm worried, Dalo. We're seriously outmatched.
Even if the disciple is a Sith, there's only one of him. We have a whole council of Jedi behind us. Each one of them are far stronger than him. Together, we will win, Harken.
I've faced Sith before, Dalo. He's different. He uses the dark side, yes, but his strength, it's balanced. His rage is calculated. He's gifted, and he knows it. Sildar wants us to face him. It's a trap. I can sense it.
Then we'll get Sildar too. The Jedi Order has prevailed through the darkest of times, Harken. Where's your faith?
Faith? How can I have faith knowing the people I love and care about will die if we fight them? What if we haven't seen the darkest times yet, Dalo? What if the Jedi Order doesn't survive this? All of it would have been for nothing.
Is that what you think? Has your studying taught you nothing, Harken? Death is inevitable. It doesn't matter if by lightsaber or blaster. Every single one of us will die one day. But at least if we die fighting, we can set an example, and the people will know we gave a damn. But if you can't overcome your fear, that's all the galaxy will ever know, and you will have given the soul exactly what they want.
It's the truth.
Huh?
It's the truth. The truth about my past. I was young and ambitious and naive. I was on an assignment on Kintan Prime. I was supposed to study and find ancient artifacts linked to the Force. Myself and 2 other Jedi Knights were taken in and cared for by a village of loving people native to the land. There was a young boy, no older than 10. His name was Kavi. He told us stories of ancient godlike Force wielders who would visit their village and give them food and water. If I hadn't been so engrossed in making the next big discovery, I might have been able to sense it.
Sense what?
The dark side. You see, the artifacts we found, they weren't of Jedi origin. They belonged to an ancient Sith Lord who enslaved their people centuries ago. In my own naivety, I made a decision to take my whole party out into the forest to retrieve the last artifact. But we were met by a group of Sith loyalists. They made easy work of us, and proceeded to invade the village and kill every last person. I tried to gather what strength I had left. I limped my way back into the village just in time to watch them slaughter Kavi and his entire family. They left me there to die slowly. All I could do was watch them as they rode away.
Harken, I'm so sorry, but you can't blame yourself.
How? They saw us as protectors that came to liberate them in their village. I failed them. All I could care about was whether or not I would make Jedi Consular given the discovery of the artifacts.
You think you're special? Look around. Every single Jedi in the temple has at least one story like that. We've all lost people, Harken. None of us are perfect. Even Rey. She's the granddaughter of arguably one of the most evil people in history, and she's Grandmaster. When I was a young Padawan studying at the temple, I remember a saying from a wise master. He said, "To be Jedi is to face the truth and choose. Give off light or give off darkness. Be a candle or be the night." You have that choice too, Harken. Forget about what happened yesterday or the day before that. What matters is who you are and what you do now.
General Ved, I'm glad you could make it.
Sildar, I didn't expect you here so soon. I had hoped you had got my transmission.
Yes, well, I didn't expect you to lose the Senator so soon. Do you know what this will cost me?
You? I lost 56 men back there, no thanks to your damn disciple.
Watch your tongue, General.
Why should I? When it was you who let the Jedi escape.
Escape? I merely opened his eyes to the hellish prison he had been living in for decades. Nothing can destroy a Jedi more than his own pride and ignorance. I wouldn't call that an escape, General. But what would you know about that? By now the Senator is already back on course on devising a retaliation plan with the Jedi.
Enough. The disciple is right. We kept up our end of the deal. I should kill you and your lackey right here, right now.
For what? If it wasn't for Rax here, we wouldn't have their secret hyperspace lanes. So what she managed to escape? We still came out on top.
Is that what you think? The hyperspace lanes were vital to your plan, not ours. You were supposed to keep the Senator in your custody so we could use her to pass legislation. We were supposed to begin to destabilize the Alliance from the inside. This mistake will cost me my reputation, General. That is something I cannot accept.
Master, killing them will only make our mission more difficult. The hyperspace lanes can be useful to us, but we will have to adjust our plans.
This isn't the end. We have more battalions on standby throughout the galaxy.
He's right. It may not be what you had originally intended, but you have our army. And with the hyperspace lanes, you could deal a deadly blow to their economic infrastructure.
Consider yourself spared, for now. However, fail to deliver again, and you both will wish the Jedi killed you on Veldine. Send me the hyperspace coordinates at once, and prepare your troops for battle.
Yes, sir. We won't fail again. You have my word.
Ray. It's been a while, hasn't it? I didn't think you'd want to meet me all the way down here, away from the shiny skyline you Jedi are so accustomed to.
Good to see you too, Ziv. I was hoping your expertise and knowledge could help me with something. A name. Sildar Torrik.
Sildar, leader of the Soul Syndicate. He's the second son of Zordon Torrik. He's a big player in the underworld these days. Started off in the spice trade, but don't they all? I've heard from a reputable source that the Soul has their hands in all of it. Weapons, drugs, slaves, the works. But you probably already know all of that. Here's what you don't know. Word on the street is Sildar has little interest in the trafficking of illegal goods these days. And his interests lie more in the realm of religious doctrine.
I'm sorry. You said...
You heard me right. I didn't believe it at first either, till I started seeing his symbol around parts of the lower levels. People would come into the bar spewing parts of his so-called manifesto. Something about connecting to the Force in a new way. Something about a new world order, and exposing the truth. Whatever any of that means. Anyway, it turns out he's more popular than we all thought. I heard he's gaining traction in not only the underworld, but some mid and outer rim systems as well.
Huh. So he believes himself to be some sort of... Messiah of the Force. I mean, it can't be true. This has to be some sort of grift. It's extremely rare for someone, especially of his age, to just become Force-sensitive out of nowhere.
Crazier things have happened. There's no shortage of broken and empty people in this galaxy desperate for hope or change.
He's a businessman and an opportunist, just like his father. All of a sudden he's Force-sensitive, giving people hope? No, something sounds terribly off about all of this. What's his endgame?
Your guess is as good as mine, Ray. But given his past with his father and his brother, what do you think a man like Sildar wants?
My best guess would be domination over everything and everyone.
Sparing them was a wise decision, Master. I sense a growing opportunity of success for our new plan. As long as the Force wills it so.
It's merely a deception. An illusion to get them to produce results. Remember this, Caleb. When money can't buy loyalty, death always can. I just used their fear against them, so they can do this one last task for me before their inevitable demise.
You'll have them killed?
Or something of that nature. But their fate is between them and the executioner.
But aren't they still valuable assets to our larger plan?
Is that empathy I hear in your voice? Ven Falar and Rax knew their fate when they chose to be in this line of work. As did we all. It isn't personal. This is just how the game is played, my disciple. I thought you would have learned that by now. The second disciple is almost ready, Caleb. However, you will always be different than the rest of them, which is why you've been chosen to lead, as Grand Disciple, Master of the Soul. To achieve true enlightenment and finish your training, there is one last sacrifice to be made. In the name of the ancient Sith Lord Hethreer, disciple of the great Lord Vader.
No. Please. Please don't kill me. Please, I beg of you.
There must be some mistake. This man is not a Jedi, nor is he Force sensitive, Master.
Finish your training, Kalen. Your knowledge will be complete.
Please, you must listen. I have a family, a wife and kids. Don't do this. I beg of you, don't kill me.
Finish it, Kalen, and prove yourself worthy. Become what you are always meant to become, a master of the soul. Through pain, we find power. Through death, we find truth.
Let the Dark One guide us into eternity. Your sacrifice won't be forgotten.
No, please.
I promise you.
Well done. You have completed your training, and you will now be known as Darth Alpheos, bringer of divine redemption, leader of the disciples. Together, we will reshape the entire galaxy. Anyone who threatens our order will be met with the wrath of the dark side. Meditate, and meet me in my quarters in an hour. Do you understand?
Yes, Master.
You're the reason she hates me.
Don't do this. You're no murderer.
You have no idea what I am.